Hello, episode 2 of IGA SWIATEK Tribe. Thought it'd be fun to talk about a recap, just a whole recap of the WTA finals. I've got so many notes here to talk about, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So let's get right into it. So obviously Iga lost in the semifinals to Aryna Sabalenka, and you know, why did she lose? What do you guys think? Really interesting match, and surprised me. I was not expecting it, and I think everyone was kind of on their edge of their seats when she lost the first set to her, and then the second set she, of course, ended up winning, and the third set she lost. Let's take a look at that fist pump by Sabalenka when she won, and kind of a dejected Iga there, but still, obviously, she has so much to be proud of. It's such a great season for her. Let's talk about the players that Iga played in WTA finals. So she played Daryana Kasatkina from Russia. She played Caroline Garcia from France, who I have a little bit of a crush on her. She has such a wonderful voice. I just think the French accent is awesome. Coco from the United States, and then she played Aryna Sabalenka. Three players that Iga ended up not playing at all was Ons Jabeur, Maria Sakkari from Greece, and Jessica Pagula from right here in the United States.
Before the tournament started, you did a little scaring during Halloween stuff.
Ons Jabeur, we'll take a look at this video. She, right before the WTA finals started, she pulled a prank on Iga with the help of the WTA, and by scaring her, which was right before Halloween, which if you've never been to the United States, if you've never been to Texas, Halloween is a big deal here. And I'm sitting right here in Dallas, Texas, which was about, this is about 40 minutes from where the tournament was held, the WTA finals in Fort Worth. Maria Sakkari never ended up playing Iga, but seemed like she was having a lot of fun. She ended up losing to Caroline Garcia, I believe. If that's not wrong, then I'll check that later. But here's Maria doing an interview and stealing a bowl of candy. Let's get into that real quick.
I'll go with Reese's.
Yes.
Reese's Pieces?
Yeah, I mean in the US, yes.
Okay.
I'm a Kinder Bueno fan, but back in Europe, but here I'll go with Reese's.
All right, well, you can take that. You can take that to go. It's your treat
great.
for winning
Thank
your
you
first
so
match.
much.
Thanks for joining us today. Congratulations on the win. Best of luck the rest of the week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Maria Sakkari winning. Oh, she's taking the whole thing of candy. Yes, good for her. Gets the win over Jessica Pagula.
Maria always having fun. She has such a good smile. And then Jessica Pagula lost all three of her matches, went 0-3, coming off her big win in Mexico, where she beat Maria, and then Maria got her revenge on Jessica, and Maria ended up losing all three of her matches. But let's get back to Iga. It was interesting after Iga's first match, she was kind of commenting about how there was a lack of crowd. There was no one in the seats, basically, in her first match. WTA was kind of going back and forth on, well, you know, we're playing in Texas right now, it's Halloween right now, and that was kind of the reason. But for the most part, the seats were empty throughout the whole tournament, I thought, except for the semifinals and the finals. So not a lot of people in the seats, but you know, some people showed up, and I think a lot of people had fun, especially. Can you imagine sitting right behind the baseline? Look how close these seats were during all the matches, which were played right there in the Dickies Stadium in Fort Worth. So a lot of good. I was thinking, if I went to this tournament, where would I sit? Where would I want to sit if I had my dream seat? I'm not sure if I want to sit right behind the baseline and see myself on television throughout the whole match, or, you know, I saw some seats. Here's some video that I saw, and if you were sitting 7 or 8 rows back behind the baseline, it wasn't. If you're kind of a short person, it was a really not very good seat. If you're sitting, you know, if someone's sitting in front of me who's kind of tall, you can see the obstruction of view if you're sitting right behind the baseline trying to watch an Iga match or anything like that. So maybe just a little higher up, maybe off to the side. Although, you know, if you're on the side of the court watching these matches, you know, your head has to go like this, you know, watching the ball every match. But I probably would want to sit a little bit higher up behind the baseline, which you couldn't really do unless you were like in the suite. You know, all the matches, you could see this where the people in the suite sit, or where they sat after the post interviews were over, and that was kind of fun to see. I probably want to sit there if I had my choice, but those are probably the most expensive. So lack of crowd, and then topic number 2 is drug tests. So talking about Simona Halep tested positive for a banned substance, and she faces, I believe, a 4-year ban. And they asked Iga about that, on what she thought of Simona's failed drug test. Let's roll that tape right now.
Well, for sure it was like confusing to me because I wouldn't expect, you know, hearing this news. And Simona, from my point of view, seems like a person who always cared about, you know, being fair, and she was a great example for me. So hopefully, I don't know how it works like now in terms of a system that they're gonna, I don't know, is she gonna be like tested a couple of more times or whatever? But hopefully, I don't know, it's gonna be more clear for fans and for us. But yeah, it's kind of like disappointing, and she must feel really bad.
So there's Iga. You know, I've seen some comments, people talking about how Iga seems kind of robotic there, and really it's just she's answering a tough question, probably about one of her friends, Simona, who she's probably practiced with, and I think every time Iga's played Simona, Iga has dominated the match. But I really like Simona, and I remember her winning Wimbledon against Serena Williams, and she seems like a really nice person. Hopefully she'll get the drug testing stuff figured out. WTA Finals always has a draw ceremony where the women dress up, get their makeup done, hair, and it seems like they're having a lot of fun. So here's Iga getting introduced onto the stage at the draw ceremony for the WTA Finals in Fort Worth.
WTA world #1 player from Poland, IGA SWIATEK. Reading these accomplishments from you has got me a little dizzy. That's a lot of reading to do. So how do you process everything that's happened to you this year?
Basically, I still feel like I'm the same person, and I'm doing the same work. And
A lot of people thinking that Iga was going to win this whole tournament, and I don't think anyone thought that Caroline Garcia was going to win this. But as Iga says, you never know in tennis. And it turned out to be Caroline Garcia winning the whole thing. So Caroline's celebration when she won was pretty awesome. And I can't wait to see more of Caroline Garcia. Really interesting, Caroline Garcia, because it's a round robin, Caroline lost to Iga and then still ended up, even though she lost because it's a round robin, she got to the finals and ended up winning the whole thing and ended up winning a lot of money. So good for her. Martina Navratilova was just, so here in the United States, I'm not sure about other countries, a lot of the, all of the WTA finals were broadcasted on the Tennis Channel and on Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, Amazon. And I think Navratilova was all on the Amazon channel, which was free if you had a subscription to that. And one of the fun moments was seeing Iga talking to Martina and saying this.
It looks like the biggest problem you had was tying your shoelaces today.
The biggest problem I had was keeping focus when you were sitting here.
Oh no!
It's not easy to play.
Should I sit somewhere else?
We'll send her away. Listen, Iga, congratulations. A lot of Polish fans are thrilled by the way you're playing. Good luck for the rest of the week.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Well done. Keep it
There
going.
you go. We'll take that. I don't want you to
Thank
run
you.
away with our microphone. Thank you.
Hold on.
So Martina, if she doesn't win this event, it's going to be your fault.
So yeah, Martina is one of the greatest tennis players of all time, as I'm sure everyone knows. And her telling Martina that she's nervous, that's pretty funny. Taylor Swift. This is a moment, and again, we're just recapping the WTA finals and all the things that happened. And there was a fun moment during the press conference, one of the press conferences with Iga, where one of the reporters asked Iga what she thought of Taylor Swift's new album, which recently came out, and this whole thing turned into a conversation about what's on Taylor's playlist, what's on Iga's playlist, and all the music she likes, and the funniest part, and let's roll this here, is Iga being kind of interrupted by the PR person, probably from the WTA, wanting to go on to the next question, and Iga's like, no, this is more interesting. Let's stick with talking with Taylor Swift. Let's roll that right now.
I love their first album, honestly, and then yeah, I really listened to it for like 2 months, I would say, every day, and then a little bit less after. But I don't know why I don't feel it in their next albums, you know, the next ones after Days Are Gone. Days Are Gone is the best, right? What would you say?
Okay, let's go to the next question.
But that's more interesting.
Okay, who's got the next one then?
No, but do you think that there's Days Are Gone is the best, or? Oh shoot! Sorry, I'm choosing Days Are Gone. Totally.
Next topic: Coco Gauff getting hit with the ball from Iga Świątek. So what happened was that Iga, it actually ricochets off Coco's racket and hits Iga in the face. And let's definitely take a look at that real quick.
I think that hit Coco. Uh-oh. 30 down. That didn't ricochet off her eye, did it?
I don't know. We'll have to see it on the replay.
I mean, yeah. This looks... yeah, it did. It just grazed. It grazed her right eye off the racket. It's hard to play with green fluff in your eye from the tennis ball.
Oh, yeah, it did go right off her right eye. I think that's... She turned around immediately.
Coco, there's so much to look forward to with Coco. Coco is 18 years old. Iga is 21. Coco has never beaten Iga ever in her career. I believe she's 5-0, or rather 0-5 on trying to beat Iga on the court. Will it ever happen? It remains to be seen. So next up, this was kind of fun. So Barbara Krzysiekova, this is the player who played Iga in the Ostrava Open final, which had a lot of energy. You want to talk about the difference in energy between the two countries. So the Ostrava Open was about a month ago in the Czech Republic, and the fans there were really raucous and super happy to be there, and a lot of fun and a lot of energy. Whereas here at the WTA finals here in Dallas, which is right next to Fort Worth, not as much energy, but there was a fun moment where Krzysiekova was given a cowboy hat from Blair Henley, which is one of the kind of spokespersons for the WTA finals, kind of one of the main spokespeople. And she gave Barbara a hat, a cowboy hat, and they did a little dance off. And Barbara was a good sport. Let's take a look at that.
Singles and doubles. This year she's only in the doubles, but she's also entered the line dancing contest. That's Blair Henley, who's one of the MCs. And all the players have been pretty good sports with the hats and the cowboy boots.
This way. Chanta Rubin tells me she's going to be wearing that hat here one of these days here soon. Oh, look at that.
Oh, hang on. You're better than I am! From the Czech Republic. And
you know, one of the most touching moments in the whole tournament, I thought, maybe in the whole thing, from every match you saw, every post-interview, every press conference, was actually IGA SWIATEK giving a ball kid one of her shirts. So what happened was, and I don't have all the video to show you, but I think what happened was that after the match, Iga signs 3 balls and then she hits him into the crowd. And before she did that, or after she did that, the ball kid who gave her the 3 balls to sign, I think Iga could tell that the girl was a big fan of hers, and so she gave her a special gift. Let's take a look at that tape.
Has more wins since June than anyone on tour, including Iga Świątek. Last year at this time, Coco was 24 in the world. Now she's in the top 5. What has she done during that time to get where she's at?
Well, Coco.
So continuing to jump around here, just different topics on what happened during the WTA finals. Another fun moment was one of the anchors on the anchor desk for the Tennis Channel looked at Iga and said, "Iga, what's the secret to beating Coco Gauff?" And it was obvious to me that Iga didn't want to say that. You know, you don't want to give your secrets on camera, on television, but she ended up answering the question and probably not giving up all the secrets that her coach told her to do in the match. So you're going to see Iga get asked the question, you know, what are the secrets to beating Coco? And then, as Iga always does, almost always, I don't know if she does it here, but she starts off answering every question by saying, well, says the word well all the time. Not sure if she does it here. But then she kind of gives the camera a look, or gives the anchor woman a look and says, you know, it's obvious I don't want to give away my secrets. Let's roll that tape.
Well, you've played Coco Gauff plenty of times. You two know each other from juniors as well, and you've kind of dominated the head-to-head recently. What are the keys to playing so well against Gauff?
well, I just want to be really, well, it's hard to like point one thing, you know, but basically against Coco, you have to be ready for her coming to the net and being really playing well on the baseline, but also, yeah, being able to go in. So I'm kind of, ready for that. And she can play really great topspin. So I'm pretty comfortable with that because I also play topspin myself. And I don't know, I'm just trying to kind of push her from the beginning and hope for the best.
And it's worked out. You've gotten the best.
It's been a lot of fun posting videos of Świątek. And hopefully I can continue to post more. And for this one, you know, I wanted to come on camera and just kind of elaborate on the WTA finals. And I can't wait to see Iga play again. I think she's doing some exhibition things in December and starting off her season next year in January in Australia, and obviously the Australian Open after she does, I think, another tournament with that Nadal's going to be in Australia, which is the something Cup or something. Forgive me, I don't know what tournament that is. And I know that Iga will be in Dubai in December as well. So a lot of things to look forward to, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But the WTA finals, you know, we had WTA finals this month, and then before that we had IGA SWIATEK in San Diego, which was a completely different venue probably a lot more fans showed up in San Diego than people did at the WTA finals as far as the crowd. But it was fun to watch Iga win in San Diego. And then we got a lot more video from Iga from San Diego as far as the press conferences goes and stuff like that. Really, I never really saw too much stuff released, on the, she probably sat down after each match and had 10 minutes with the press answering questions, but I never really saw like a full press conference being released. So that was kind of a disappointment. It's fun to kind of watch Iga talk for a while after each tournament, or excuse me, after each match. So we got a lot more of that in San Diego. And then before San Diego, Iga was playing in the Ostrava Open. And obviously the big highlight of this year is Iga winning the U.S. Open against Ons Jabeur. It'll be fun to see Ons and Iga play again, won't it? I mean, we haven't seen Ons and Iga play each other since the U.S. Open, and they played each other several times in their career. But once they play again, that's going to be really interesting. Can you imagine if Jabeur and Świątek play in the Australian Open, kind of maybe a rematch in the quarterfinals or in the finals? That would be really interesting. Speaking of which, something just came to my mind. Ons Jabeur said to one of the anchors at the Tennis Channel that she wanted to be #1. That was her next kind of goal. Let's roll that tape.
What's the next ministry that you're going to take over?
Maybe world #1.
World #1. I like that,
How about that?
Something else that kind of crossed my mind just now, just keeping on the WTA finals topic, is Jessica Pagula was never interviewed on that anchor desk. So if you're familiar with if you watched the WTA finals this year, Pagula was never interviewed on court because she never won a match. She was 0-3 on the matches. And then she was never interviewed on that anchor desk in that stadium live on the Tennis Channel. And I don't think she was interviewed by Amazon Video, Amazon Prime, whatever that station is called, because she never won a match. So she probably just did some press conferences and that was it. So, I mean, to go 0-3 at the WTA finals is kind of a bummer. I really like Jessica. I think she's just so classy and has such an interesting background with her family, which a lot of people talk about. Her father is the owner of the Buffalo Bills. He's one of the richest men in the world. But Jessica is more than that. She just has so much class, and there's something about her and how just her personality. Iga is a little bit different. Iga is classy and she speaks very well, but she's also kind of goofy, which I think everyone knows that if they follow Iga pretty well. But I can't wait to see more of Jessica. And if you remember, Jessica played Iga in the U.S. Open this year, and of course Iga ended up beating her. And it's just gonna be a lot of fun to see Jessica again. So in review, I mean, so many cool players in the WTA finals. Really thought that, as did everyone else, I think, that Iga Świątek was going to come out and win this one. The fact that she got to the semifinals shows how tough she is. To get to the semifinals, Iga had to win against, again, Daria Kasatkina, Caroline Garcia, Coco Gauff, and Ariana Sabalenka. So she won 3 matches and lost 1. So she was 3-1 and could have gone 5-0 if she were to win the whole thing. Actually, now that I think about that, I'll just end on this. Iga dominated Caroline Garcia in the WTA finals. I think that was her second match. It was like 6-2 or 6-3 or something like that. And then if Świątek had beaten Sabalenka, I think she would win the whole thing, because I don't see Garcia beating Świątek a second try at her. I don't see Garcia winning in the finals against Iga. So, and it wasn't like it was the semifinal against Sabalenka was a blowout either. It was a tight match, and Sabalenka just ran away with it in the third set. It was the only set that only match that Iga lost a set. So, guys, please like this video, share your comments below, and you know, this is really a passion for me to talk about tennis, and it's you know, right now it's like 10 p.m. and you know, I got an early morning tomorrow, so I really need to go to sleep, but I'm just going to right now get up and turn off these cameras, turn off these lights, and start putting this video together. I got to add a bunch of B-roll, as we call it, a bunch of, you know, all the stuff I talked about, I got to add on to this. So I won't be done with this video until probably 1 a.m. And but I want to make sure and get this video out today because I have a very busy weekend coming up. Right now, today's Thursday. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe. And I just really appreciate your time. And hopefully I'll be back soon.